Hello and welcome to Credit B presents Bold Diaries. You spoke about AB, a lovely little love triangle last year. Virat, you and AB. I asked Virat this question. It must be a little discomforting to walk in and look in a corner and not find AB, right? I'm sure you felt that when you walked in this time.
I did a little bit.
Because AB is RCB. It's almost like, they go together.
Yeah, he is. I suppose when he announced it, it was probably a little bit of a shock. I thought he was probably going to go one more year and had everything that we expect of AB. He's still a superstar. He still played the roles for us and he was still leading by example. Just great to have in your change room as well. And we know that him and Virat are two peas in a pod. They're tight, they're close. And
you got in there, Maxi, but you fit in.
I tried to sort of shuffle in between Virat and him and sort of pull AB away, pull Virat away at different times. But it was so nice to, I suppose, watch two geniuses go about it last year and become good friends with them. I think that was probably the main thing I got out last year. I got two guys that are two of the greatest players to probably play the game, and table tennis every day before the game, and things got quite heated at times, and it was great fun. It was the way we warmed up for a game, and be able to have a few drinks with AB and just discuss life with him was awesome, and very, very fortunate to have, I suppose, shared a dressing with the two of them.
Money for celebrations or for emergencies. Presenting Credit B. Loans anytime, anywhere.
We've made sure you have good company here. Besides Virat and the entire squad, now we have Josh Hazlewood as well. And you know him very well. Tell us a little bit about him. What sort of a person is he?
Well, he's a typical country bogan. Very laid back, very chilled out.
Right.
You'll be hard pressed to find a more relaxed. He's just a very professional guy. He's just relaxed and unbelievably talented. Like, he's so skilled. I still remember him coming through the under-19s and the youth stuff, and everyone knew he was going to be almost the clone of Glenn McGrath. But he's taller, he's faster. He's got good change-ups variety. He's probably started as a test bowler and been able to sort of filter his way. He's a good one-day bowler, and he's filtered his way into becoming a really, really good top T20 bowler, which is credit to him. He's been able to work on his skills, find different variations, and just shows, I suppose, he's an amazing pick up for us this year. I was extremely happy when we got him.
You took to RCB like a fish to water. Safe to say that?
I certainly enjoyed my time here last year, and
I mean, we loved having you as well.
Look, it was a nice fit, and I feel like the way that as an overseas player, it sometimes felt like the team was moulded around my position in the middle order, which was a really nice thing to have. And you've got the guys that here for a long period of time, Virat and AB and Dev. So we sort of had a few guys that were setting in positions, and for myself to sort of plonk myself at number 4 there. AB sort of shuffled down one more. For them to sort of, I suppose, adapt around my role on the team, I really enjoyed, and to have the opportunity to play my role that I'd played so long for the Melbourne Stars, Australia, a couple other domestic teams that I'd played around the world, and I know there was quite a hefty price tag behind it, but at no stage did I feel any added pressure from anyone outside, and there was some guys there that just made it a really easy place to fit into.
I can vouch for that, because just before we started this interview, you were playing golf with some of the younger guys in the team. In fact, the moment you got in, I saw you going and just saying hi to all the younger guys. Is that a conscious effort, or is it just Maxi the person?
I think it's just me. I think when you fake that, it probably comes across fake, but it's always been me. I try and lift the energy every time I've come into the room. I think we saw that last year. I think I'm loud, I'm out there, I'm energetic, and I try and put a smile on people's faces as much as I can. If you go to training, you want to have a smile on your face, you want to enjoy it. Sometimes when you're not going so well yourself, it's hard to bring that energy, but I think the more that you're consistent with it, the more it becomes easy, and it just becomes second nature. And I've tried to bring that energy to every team I've ever played with, and RCB's certainly no exception, because it's such an easy change room to come into, and there's some new guys yet for sure, but there's also some of the guys that were there from last year.
Yeah.
And half sort of familiarity, it makes it easy to sort of slip in, meet a few new people at a different time, and yeah, it just makes it, I suppose, an easier transition.
So you're wearing these clothes, the insides of you, just how much of it is saying, let's just run onto the field and start playing, like now?
I'm excited I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to my first game. Probably still need a few days of training, and I think that was the big part of last year. I was able to have a week or so preparation leading into the tournament, and even arrived a little bit
Was it
after.
really the preparation or was it the golf? Because we got a golf simulator just for you, Maxi.
I did see that. That was one of my first messages to Sumya. I asked him if we had a golf simulator, and
Soumya's our team manager for those who are watching.
And he sent a message straight back saying, "Yep, we've got one." I couldn't have been happier. So when you're in a bubble, and golf's a big part of my life. The way I sort of not thinking about cricket, I like to play golf, and to have that little outlet in our team room is a nice little thing for me to, I suppose, get away from the stresses of the IPL.
This is Credit B presents Bold Diaries.